St Marnock is the name of the development. So what's so special about it? Or could this happen in anyone, such as the demand?
I think it could happen anywhere, in suburban Dublin in particular, and this is a situation which, you know, the situation here in St Marnock's really is almost symptomatic of the problem across suburban Dublin, and to a lesser extent Cork and Galway as well. So at least 10 people, as you say, Pat, in 8 to 10 cars across the weekend in total were queuing. So they started about Friday afternoon and stayed there until Monday morning when they were dispersed. OK, now they would have been queuing for 8 days and they were prepared to so do, but the developer had pity. I mean, sleeping in your car parked next to a stranger isn't traditionally how you're going to you'd like to meet your neighbours, but that's what happened here, and this has happened twice now in Portmarnock in the space of a few short months, because this happened back in February when the first phase of this development went to market. OK, now the reaction from the estate agent and the client, Ballymore Homes, must have been delighted to see the demand. They say they don't encourage this, and I can understand why, because it just looks a bit unseemly outside the development, and they say they try to make that very clear to anybody who is interested in buying their properties. They told me that the people who are looking to buy at St Marnock's Bay, they'll need to pay €10,000 in a booking deposit, plus then of course the 10% of the actual eventual price, which they'll need to bring along on the day at that point. Now the residents in phase 1 came out with teas and coffees and sandwiches for their potential new neighbours over the weekend, and these residents who are living there at the minute say they're sad to see that this is what first time buyers are now being forced to do.
It's madness, yeah. There's already 8 or 10 cars down there. There was since Friday night apparently, so people queuing for 8 nights is just madness. It was a similar case. Myself and my wife queued up in Baldoyle for my wife's sister. They had a newborn kid at the time, and they were looking the same situation, like queues for 3 or 4 days before a place went on sale. So I know for the first phase, we were lucky enough to get in kind of in a pre-sale. We didn't have to do any queuing up or anything, but like for the last phase as well, a lot of our friends now were queuing up overnights and stuff, and they didn't even view the houses. They literally straight into the booking office, 10 grand down.